Lethbridge Bullhorn is all things regarding the Lethbridge Bulls of the Western Canadian Baseball League. The Bullhorn has the latest news regarding the Bulls with interviews with current and past players, signings, game recaps, and updates on all the events happening at Spitz Stadium. The Bullhorn is your place for all things regarding baseball in Lethbridge. Get your horns up with the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report. Welcome to the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls Baseball Report, up on the Bulls YouTube channel and on Rogers TV for your viewing pleasure. New set, new commitment, new ideas, new format for the Bullhorn this year, going into the 2026 stadium. We'll be talking a lot of stuff, the up-and-coming events going on around not just Lethbridge Bulls, but events at Spitz Stadium. A lot of work going on behind the scenes for the Bulls 2026 season, as you can see with the brand new set behind us. New commitment, some new ideas, a lot more fun to be had around Spitz Stadium for 2026. Bulls season went out with a bit of a whimper in 2025 with a first-round playoff defeat, but we won't dwell on the past. We got a lot of new, fun, exciting ideas, family-oriented things to happen around Spitz Stadium. We'll start with the schedule. It was released December 1st. The Wesco home opener is on May the 28th here at Spitz Stadium versus the Brooks Bombers. Should be a lot of fun. And then Little League night, one of my favorite nights of the year, is on June the 5th. Make sure you get the kids out for that one. June the 6th, for that one on June 6th. And then we have a new initiative this year that we tried last year, but we didn't put nearly the effort in that maybe we should have. We thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was. We put in some effort, but we have a new initiative this year, the Next Gen Summer Kickoff Game on Monday, June the 22nd. It's a 12 noon kickoff. We're going to load the place with hopefully about 15 to 1,600 school kids, get them here to enjoy a good afternoon of baseball here at Spitz, get kids to the ballpark and have a lot of fun and have it as Kids Day here at Spitz Stadium, get them involved in the game in different capacities, not just watching up in the stands, but get them maybe in the broadcast booth for a little bit, helping out Brian Janot do the PA announcing and having some different things going on in there. So a lot of fun to be had there. Also, obviously, the Canada Day doubleheader on Canada Day, always a great event here. Hopefully, we get the game moving a little bit quicker this year, because last year, if you recall, we had the issue with the game going past 11 o'clock, and so the fireworks were going off as the ninth inning was ending, and Donovan Gamez was shutting the game down and finishing things off. Our full promotional schedule is just getting finalized right now. We have to get some licensing agreements done for Star Wars Night and some different things that have to get accomplished before we can announce the whole thing. We don't want to give things away and say we're going to do something and can't do it, because we don't want to get sued, obviously, because that would be a very bad thing. So we're going to have the promotional schedule. Should be out the first week of January. Get that going. But our full 2026 schedule is available at bullsbaseball.com. Has all the game days, the times. There's different times for the games. I won't get into them here, but there'll be some 6:30 starts, some 7 o'clock starts, and then we have some different 5 o'clock starts on Saturdays. And then we have a few more Sunday afternoon games here as well. Some stuff behind the scenes that I'm not privy to talk to you about that we want to surprise the fans with coming up a little bit later, but we'll get that. On that note, make sure there is still time. Today is, as we're recording this, it is the 16th day of December. Get some flex packs are on sale. The holiday packs are there for you to purchase. You get a Bulls ornament, a free ticket to the Bulls home opener, on the Wesco home opener on the 28th of May, every time for every flex pack that you do buy. Rookie, all-star, and MVP levels of tickets. It's credit that goes to your account. Great Christmas gift, great stocking stuffer. And as always, there are still some season tickets available. So make sure you go to bullsbaseball.com to pick up your tickets and get ready for another unbelievable year of Bulls baseball, WCBL Bulls baseball here at Spitz Stadium. Should be a lot of fun. There's lots of stuff going on behind the scenes. Like I said, Christmas open house is here on Friday. If you're listening to this on between now and Friday, make sure you come down. What we're doing with the Bulls baseball and with the new Maple Leaf Baseball Network set. We want kids to come down and do some interviews that will get used throughout the season and sit and talk with T-Claus. So he'll be here for that as well. So that should be a lot of fun with T-Bone here on the 19th for the Spitz Stadium open house. Lots going on here. We'll be right back with Josh Bergman, the assistant coach of the Lethbridge Bulls and the pitching coach. But right now we'll have a little word about getting some tickets at bullsbaseball.com. This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here. Or here.
Or even here.
But not here.
Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable. We're back to Lethbridge Bulls baseball report up on Rogers TV and Lethbridge Bulls YouTube channel, joined now by Bulls assistant coach and pitching coach Josh Bergman. Josh, you just got done a big meeting with the big man down the hallway. How'd that go?
Good. It's just talking about our roster and kind of where we're at, and obviously it's December now, and we're getting into the kind of Christmas holidays, but once we get into the new year, it kind of happens fast. Teams start playing games, down south. They all start playing kind of at the end of January, and then we start making final pieces and roster moves and all that sort of stuff. And obviously he's the owner of the team and the GM of the team, so he wants to have a say. And we're really excited about where the group's at, and excited about this coming 2026 summer.
We've already started announcing some players over our social media challenges there on Instagram and Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it this week, and Facebook. But one guy that's coming back for, I think it's his 10th year now, Carter Clarehout, coming back for another round here in Lethbridge. He had an outstanding year last year. He played in the All-Star game. Big power bat on the left side. What brought Carter back for another kick around the WCBL?
Yeah, I think Carter's the epitome of what we want in a Lethbridge Bull. He loves this team. He loves the community. He represents the organization to the utmost standard that we expect. And we're really excited to have him back and be a big part of, the middle of our order, and also kind of, help our younger guys that are newer to the league. He's been through it, like he said, a multitude of years, and we're excited to have him kind of helping leading our group. And obviously on the baseball front, he's obviously a big piece for us over at first base. He brings a stabilizing person over there, and obviously brings a lot of thunder and kind of power into our lineup. So we're excited to have him back.
As long as we can stop him from jumping over the baselines when he goes in the field, that's somebody got to have a talk. That used to drive me nuts when he played at PBA. But another guy that's coming back, another all-star, hometown favorite, really picked up his game last year throughout the year after injury-plagued 2024. Brendan McTavish. What can you say about Brendan, what he brings to the table, and just everything that he does?
Yeah, Brendan's a gamer. I've been fortunate to be around Brendan for a long time, and his game has really grown. He's become a very professional hitter at the plate. I said it last year. He's the guy that you want when you're 2 outs, runner at second base. He always seems to be the guy that hits in the big spot. He has some power in the bat. Making the transition, he's playing outfield now for the past about year and a half, and it's pretty seamless for him. He kind of patrolled center field for us for the second half of last year, and did it with ease. And we're really excited to have him kind of be the guy that's taking charge out there, hopefully for the majority of the summer. And excited to have him back. Obviously, as a Lethbridge kid, that's exciting for our fans and the people in the community to see those kids that come up through our kind of baseball organizations and are having success at the collegiate baseball level, and then also come back and play for the Bulls. It's super important for us, and something that our kids in the community can look up to. So we're really excited to have Brennan back and be part of our 2026 team.
One thing that I noticed last year is I actually think I saw Brendan smile twice. That was really out of character for Brendan McTavish.
He's a competitor. Like
he's
I said,
a competitor.
He doesn't, when he's at the ballpark, it's about winning, and that's what matters. He'll do whatever it takes. If he goes 0 for 4 and strikes out 3 times, but we win, then he's going to be happy. And if he goes 3 for 4 with 2 home runs and we lose, you're not going to see a smile on his face. And that's what I love about him.
Another guy coming back. He didn't play a lot last year. He tried to, ex-PBA player, catcher Noah McNeil. Yeah. He was injured, tried to give it a go a couple of times, but just wasn't in the cards. What are you hoping that Noah, when he's down and comes back from school, what are we hoping that Noah brings to us?
Left-handed power bat behind the plate that can really catch and throw. I think those are really hard things to find. I think if Noah eventually reaches his potential as a baseball player, you're potentially looking at somebody who could play professional baseball. He looks the part, as a lot of people say. And, we're obviously very unfortunate. He played a lot of games for us last year at PBA in terms of, catching behind the plate. So he got banged up a little bit. But we're really excited to have him back. He was here last summer and working and being around the stadium, being part of everything, which I think, spoke a lot to us as coaches and as an organization, that he's really committed to what we're all about and what we're doing. And he was awesome to have around here, which obviously made it that much easier for us to welcome him back here with open arms. And I'm really excited about him coming back, and kind of the trio that we're going to have behind the plate is really exciting for us as a group. And I think something that we haven't seen here in Lethbridge for a long time, in terms of kind of the combination of offensive, defensive, kind of bringing all those tools between the trio that we're going to have back there.
One guy you're talking about there, and I didn't forget because he's Carlin's little brother, but and Carlin's always showing his smiling, happy face around here. Is Cardell Dick, his brother. Cardell took the summer off last year, probably just to give his body a rest as well. What can Cardell's played a little bit here and there for the Bulls over the last 3-4 years? What can you tell us about Cardell?
Cardell is another gamer, guy that works his butt off. He's an elite defender. He's also a really good hitter as well. So we're really, I think this might be a bit of a spoiler, but we're really excited to have him back here in Lethbridge, and obviously Carlin being our other assistant coach. That's going to be very exciting for him to be able to coach his brother. But yeah, very fortunate to have those two. One's a left-handed bat, one's a right-handed bat, which allows us a little bit of flexibility within our lineups and how we want to set things up. Both are very good defensively, and I think that's, you look at teams that win in this league and end up being there at the end of the year in the championships, their strengths up the middle of the field, right in the middle of the field of, catcher, shortstop, and in center field, obviously, and then on the mound too. So we're really excited and fortunate to have both of those guys.
Another guy that was announced earlier this week that's coming back to play is Lee Matsuzaki. Was Lee, because Lee started off really great last year, and he tapered off a little bit. Was it just fatigue, or was he like, oh, this league's a lot more than I thought it was going to be, or what was the combination? And he had a very good year. I'm not downplaying what Lee did by any means. Lee, I'm not talking bad about you, but did he come into a point where like, oh, this league's it's a lot. There's 56 games and X amount of days. But did it just kind of catch up to him a little bit?
I think no matter, obviously being a first year player to our league, it's a little bit different in that regard. So I think Lee learned kind of the rigors of the league. I think a lot of our guys last year learned kind of the rigors of the league and how to manage your body and how to manage your time and all that stuff, your time away from the field and all of that. And, I think even as a third-year player or a fourth-year player playing on our team or in this league, I think you go through those spells as the kind of season goes on naturally, and in the game of baseball where you're going to have some highs and lows. And I think overall Lee was an excellent addition for us last year, and we're really excited to have him back. He plays an exciting brand of baseball. He has a really good arm from the outfield. He has some serious, juice at the plate, especially for a guy that, physically isn't as imposing as, say, like a Carter Clairhout, but he has some incredible bat speed that is able to generate a lot of power, and he's a real threat in kind of the top to the middle of our order. And he's a big character too, and we love having him here, and we're excited to have him back.
Yeah, Lee brought me presents a couple of times. He brought me some pancake mix and some macadamia nuts, and you talk about
straight from Hawaii too.
Straight from Hawaii when his
folks came up.
Folks came up, and Lee, you talk about his figure. He's got to run around the shower to get wet, but I really like. He's such a really good guy and a fan favorite for sure. Let's get the pitching side, and we'll get you out of here. Corbin Talley, and what can you say about Corbin?
Just really steady. Really excited to have Corb back. He was awesome for us out of the bullpen. I think we're gonna evaluate as we go throughout the spring to see how many innings guys throw and to see kind of where they're at and what they want to do. I know Corb has the ability to potentially start some games if we wanted him to, and I'm sure that's something that he would, if whatever we ask him to do, he'd be excited about. Obviously, last year he was excellent for us out of the bullpen as a guy that, if we're kind of that fireman role, essentially, is kind of how I look at it. If we go into some trouble, we always, know what you're going to get. You're going to get a lot of strikes. You're going to get a lot of, compete from Corbin. So whatever role we're going to put him in, we know that he's going to give everything that he's got in that role. And we're excited to have him back, especially as an older and a veteran guy too, as well. I think that's key in our league, especially we do have some younger pitchers that are going to be on our staff as first-year players, and he's going to be able to help them and kind of navigate their body and their arm as they kind of navigate throughout the season.
We'll finish things off with the guy who goes for nice walks by himself around the park across the street there, Lucas Wynn. Calm guy. But he's a competitor on the field. What can you tell us a little bit about calm, cool, and collected Lucas?
Yeah, Lucas is calm, cool, and collected, but he's very energetic off the field. He brings a lot of high-end stuff for us out of the back end of the bullpen, which we really like. It's a little bit funky in terms of, it's not that traditional 3/4 arm slot, fastball, curveball or whatever. It's kind of funky, low 3/4 slider, and it's, upper 80s, low 90s. And we like him. And he's another, that's the common theme with our group this year is we have kids that want to win. They want to compete. And Lucas is another one of those kids. And we're very fortunate to have him here for the last 2 years. And I'm excited to potentially have him again, that we are going to have him again this summer. And the hope for him is to really take the reins of that kind of closer role, I think, is kind of our envision for him. Donovan Gamez did a great job of that last year. And I think if Lucas can kind of emulate kind of what Donovan was able to accomplish, I think we'll be in a really good spot.
You talk about guys, and people think that they can, like fans, they may not know the ins and outs of how this league works, but you talk about guys who were here last year and maybe have eligibility left, and they don't know what their future holds. And one guy that probably people are clamoring about a little bit is the MVP, is Mr. Everything, Jack Kaliski. He's down at Our Lady of the Lakes University right now. What's the status with Jack, and what's like? I hope he comes back, and you hope he comes back just for the team, but for Jack's sake, he probably wants to move on to some different pastures and maybe try to have professional baseball. Yeah,
I mean, we've been in communication with Jack. Carlin and Jack are pretty close friends off the field, and they continue to talk to each other all the time. The thing
like twins,
they're inseparable a little bit, So no, and I think the thing that people that we didn't get to see obviously last year from Jack is also an exceptional pitcher too as well, and obviously bringing that dynamic that he has at the plate, but also what he can bring on the mound for us too as well, as kind of that other kind of closer type too. I think that's something that we sorely missed last year, of course, but we continue to talk to Jack, and he's been open with us and honest with us about kind of where he's at. Obviously, with how talented he is, you're right, he is looking at potentially some professional opportunities and what that looks like. And if, those don't present itself, obviously Jack's going to be welcome back here with open arms in Lethbridge. He's become a bit of a folk hero out here. And, I think we'd be thrilled to welcome Jack back, and it would help our core of players that we have already and kind of strengthen our team both, on the mound and obviously what he can bring in the lineup.
No, if everything comes together like you guys are planning behind the scenes, it should be another great season up, and who knows what could happen in the crazy league. But Josh, thank you very much for joining us in the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. Have yourself a great Christmas and a happy New Year, and we will talk to you in the new year when the year comes around.
You as well, Brent. Thank you.
You're watching the Lethbridge Bulls Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report on Rogers TV. Is your family outgrowing your current space? It might be time to move up, and the Shanna Grutinger Group is here to help you find the perfect fit. With years of experience and a deep knowledge of the Lethbridge market, Shanna makes upgrading easy, stress-free, and exciting. Don't wait. Your dream home and more room to grow is just a call away. Let the Shanna Grutinger Group help you relax with RE/MAX Real Estate.
The Shanna Grutinger Group with RE/MAX Real Estate Lethbridge is proud to support the Lethbridge Bulls and baseball in southern Alberta. Whether you're buying, selling, or just curious about the market, we'd love to connect and offer a complimentary market evaluation. No pressure, just helpful info. And because we love giving back, we always have Bulls tickets throughout the season. Scan the QR code to get in touch. We'd love to see you at the game.
Welcome back to the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. We are joined by Dave and Jay LaChance from Brown Social House here in Lethbridge. Moonlighted this past season as the broadcasters on FloSports for the Lethbridge Bulls throughout the season. How are you doing today, guys?
Very good, Brent. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks. Honor to be on the show.
No, it's a pleasure to have you guys here, the new and improved Bullhorn. Before we get into the Lethbridge Bulls and how your season went, you guys are great big Toronto Blue Jays fans. One game short of winning a World Series, about a half an inch of ICAF. What wouldn't have slid? I think it's a different story, but let's not dwell on that kind of stuff. You guys were fortunate enough to go down to LA for a game. Tell us about that experience, Dave. We'll start with you. How it all went down, and a bit of a surprise from what I was told when it all came through.
Yeah, I mean, we've been fortunate enough to go to a lot of big games over the years and games in general. But obviously a World Series doesn't come along too often. The last time it did, I was 9, Jay was 7. So wasn't really on the table back then for our dad either, I don't think. But this time around, we kind of talked, and as they went further and further, we were like, oh, we should go. It got more and more crazy expensive. So we're like, this isn't going to happen. And then finally, after they won the first 2 games, I believe it was, we're like, okay, this is going to go to LA. It's probably going to come back to Toronto. Let's see what's out there. And yeah, on Sunday morning before was it a Tuesday game?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
Our dad got in touch with us and said, hey, we're going. I got tickets. We're booking flights, etc. Clear your schedule, get your passport. Away we go.
No, I've been told that you guys, and I'm not going to tell you guys who told me this, but there's a rumor that the LaChance family's notoriously late for events, and I don't know if that's 100% true, and I'm not going to tell you who told me that little story, but did you guys make it in time for the first home runs of that game there, Jay?
So we missed the first 2. We got to listen to them in a cab, and the way the series was going, we didn't know if those were going to be the only 2 runs that were scored in the game.
Yeah.
So thankfully, it was a high scoring game from the Blue Jays side. But yeah, we were a little down on ourselves sitting in traffic. But still just a great experience. Got to see all around the ballpark. But what they say about the traffic in LA is definitely true.
Yeah, I've been a few times, and it's awful. You got to be about 3 hours in advance. I was late for a Guns N' Roses concert at Dodger Stadium once too for the exact same thing. I said, the show starts, and no, it's not the way that works out. Goes to Game 7. Everybody thinks they're going to win the home run by Bichette, and I think it was in the 4th, and then they're up throughout the game, and it just wasn't meant to be. At what point did you turn the believers on and say they're going to do this? They're really going to do this.
For myself, I've been a big Blue Jays fan, like diehard, basically since the 90s. So something about this year felt different, I would say, from the moment Vlad signed for me. It just gave me an optimism, a hope. Actually, I think I called you that night and I said, this is it. They're going all the way. And I had a couple of beers at that point. Yeah. I was in Vancouver for a Browns meeting and met up with some of my colleagues. But nevertheless, I truly had a special feeling. And then as they got to the playoffs, I would say I believed less the closer it got to the playoffs until they won a series. And then it was like, go time.
I was a little more not optimistic, realistic, I guess we'll say. When Bichette hit that home run, though, I turned my wife and I was like, oh my God, it's actually going to happen. And then when Clement hit that one to the track and Andy Pages made that incredible catch, that's when I kind of sunk in that maybe it wasn't going to happen.
Toronto realism, Toronto sports realism sunk in a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, going to the game, watching, just seeing all the people in Lethbridge, people in Canada get around the team, just such a good experience to have everyone rooting for the Canadian team, and nice to get a lot more Blue Jays fans out of it. So hopefully we can carry that into next year and momentum keeps going.
Yeah, I've said, like, even in 2015 and 16 when they were rolling there and didn't get the World Series, but baseball in Canada is always better when the Jays are relevant. People pay attention more. I mean, I watch 160 games, whatever it doesn't matter who's playing.
Regardless,
I watch a Tuesday game with the Cubs and the Brewers, whatever. Yeah. When people start getting involved in baseball, it means a lot more. Let's move on to the get rid of those nasty memories. It was still a lot of fun. Actually, I'll finish off with this. Actually, I saw you, Dave, over at Browns the next day, and it was just such a void that it was over. Yeah. And you just like, now what? There's no more games. There's no more nothing. Did you feel that the same way, guys?
Oh, big time. Honestly, so Dave pretty quickly went into next season's going to be the year where it took me about 2-3 weeks to even watch highlights from it because I was just so heartbroken by getting that close. And then nobody wants to win second place, right? Or lose and be in second place. Yeah, absolutely. So great season, but definitely avoid. And Dave being a Leafs fan, me being a Red Wings fan, you can kind of go into okay, let's cheer for our hockey team now. But you've seen how the Leafs have done this year as well. So
that's another story for another podcast. It's a bit of a disaster. Me and my wife were talking about that last night. Trade Matthews right now, and there's some kind of market value for him. But let's move into your first season behind the mics of the Bulls. It kind of came around in a roundabout sort of way. We were talking about sponsorships over at Browns there, and you guys asked me a pretty easy question. They said, how do we become broadcasters with the Bulls? And I said, you just say, Brent, we become broadcasters for the Bulls. and that's kind of how it came about. Did you ever have broadcasting aspirations? Did you guys ever do stuff as kids, talking behind the mics, or or was it just something, hey, this might be fun, let's give it a try?
We've both never been shy around a mic or a camera. I think that's fair to say.
Our mom definitely has some home videos of us trying to do something like what we were doing this season.
Yeah. When we were 10, 12 or so, we went to day camps in Mississauga, Ontario, where we grew up. And when we played football in camp, I would always be announcing the plays as we were doing it. So my nickname at camp was Madden.
Yeah.
So I guess that was kind of a step in the right direction. But announcing baseball, I don't know, it always seemed like something that would be fun. Turns out it is for us.
Yeah, Dave loves the research aspect, likes to know the players, know that. I more so just enjoy the game of baseball, so like to comment about the plays that are going on. But Dave's research, getting us the script ready for us was a huge help in making it seem professional for us. And then I can just kind of do my thing and react to the plays.
That's the easy part. That's the fun part.
Absolutely.
I don't have to read about anything. I don't like that part either.
Yeah.
When I do it, I don't like that part. I pause, read, react, and that's how I do it. What were some challenges that you guys thought that you found? You got, this can't be that hard. And then you got, this is a little bit tougher than I thought. And it's not hard, but it's just challenging at times, I guess, the proper terminology.
Pronouncing the names of the visiting players was probably the first thing that because you don't want to, the guys work hard to get here. You don't want to sell them short by mispronouncing their names, calling them the wrong thing. So that was probably the first hiccup.
For me, I would say knowing who the pitcher that's coming in from the bullpen is. Consistently, if you listen back to our broadcasts, that's the thing where we'll be like, and they're bringing in a pitcher from the bullpen, looks to be a righty. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll come back with some more information.
And then Clayton would hit a button and go, okay, I don't know who this guy is.
That's
exactly how that works.
But we had a good system going. By the end of the year, we'd kind of like open the door. Brian would tell us.
The websites
we'd figure something
out. Honestly, all the websites, the team websites, just the CBL website, good about having the players' names and stats and all there on as well. So
yes, having an old vet like Brian Janot next door is a very valuable asset because he's got his binoculars and he gets to Spitz at about an hour and a half before the game. He's on the field during batting practice. He goes to the opposing coaches and asks the pronunciation of their names, and then he goes to the umpire room to make sure he's got the guys. And he's just such an old pro at the whole thing, and it's something that I learned from him. Was there any embarrassing moments where you really blew a call? Like I didn't listen to all the broadcasts, but was there one that you remember back a little bit? You thought you saw something and that you didn't see, or was there anything that didn't really happen? Or some kind of a moment you remember?
There were definitely moments where the play ended up a lot differently than the way we started calling it. For me, my biggest struggle was initially determining when it was going to be a home run or not.
Because like a lot of fans, you hear one off the bat, and you see the trajectory, and you think, that's got to be gone. And then it dumps into right field corner, and you're kind of looking up like this, so okay, that's going to be a double or a triple.
You're doing the Michael Caine impersonation. It is high, it is far, and no, it's not.
Absolutely, and it's caught.
It's in dirty hands. Oops, that didn't turn out like I hoped.
Yes, some of that.
It's just a lot of fun being around the ballpark, and then it just adds to what it is. And then you guys come and watch the games with your families and stuff, and you're for Canada Day for years with your dad. Is that kind of like when you decided to do your sponsorship with the Bulls? Was it part of the family atmosphere, community atmosphere? just all the stuff that just helps grow the game that you love. I mean, you could, if it wasn't baseball, would it be soccer? Who knows? But like just with how the Bulls are and the community involvement, it was greatly appreciated by the Bulls as well. But is that a thing you kind of thought about when you first decided to do it?
When we got involved with Browns, they really push for sponsorship through the community.
Yeah.
And so for us, the two that made the most sense to get into were the Hurricanes and the Bulls.
Yeah.
And so we got involved with the Hurricanes early, and then when Dave started talking to you, it seemed like a no-brainer to kind of add this on. And then, being able to do this as well was a nice tip of the cap for us.
Yeah, it's been a good combination of, it's something we're passionate about personally. It's a good thing for our family, something we enjoy doing together. And anything we can do to support the community, we always want to. And I'm proud that we're aligned with the Bulls. It's been great.
And it's greatly appreciated. Like what's another thing you might take in to come and are you gonna do a little bit more practicing this? You're gonna get a little more. Okay, now we have a year under our belt in the broadcast booth. As you saw, like you sat with Dustin Forbes a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And is there something that old vet can taught you a little bit, or is there something you can go? I could, because you guys. We all improve as we get. We better improve as the season gets going. If we don't, then we're going backwards. But is there something that you want to get better at as the go into the 2026 season?
For myself, I think it's better knowledge of the players just offhand. Like, I'll still do my research, but I'd like to have these things, back of the hand about any guy out there that's one of our regulars. I think that'll make things flow. Sorry, Jack.
Sorry. Getting to know the guys a little bit more, just kind of meeting them, talking with them. We talked a little bit last season about potentially getting on the field before and kind of maybe doing some fun stuff. Trying to hit off one of the pitchers, trying to throw out one of the runners.
Yeah, I remember Dave had this idea to maybe hit against Levi Abbott, and I thought you should have picked a different pitcher, not WCBL Pitcher of the Year.
But if we're gonna do it, we got to do it right.
I guess that leads well into the other thing. I think that we both want to do a little bit more with this year is the pregame, the not in the game part. The players are performing when the game's going on. We're just describing what's happening to you. But the pregame, the postgame, we want to bring a little more entertainment. So a pros versus Joes style type of thing is something we've talked about. More interviews with players, coaches. We interviewed someone from the grounds crew last year.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah,
that was fantastic. Yeah. So taking inside a little bit more, I think it's something we want to do.
Yeah, get to know the guys a little bit more and should help get to on the broadcast.
Yeah, bring out their personalities a little bit more, bring out our personalities a little bit more. I know we've talked about another social media possibility thing. I think we'll just tease that for
anything's
now.
possible. We can, anything we want. It's the thing is, the guys they come in, they're big leaguers for summer. They play in front of parents and girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Usually at their colleges, they're not even that many people. So when they can do stuff like this, it's greatly appreciated. You guys help them out and just they feel like big leaguers for summer, and they get a little bit more exposure in the social media and all that stuff. So they really appreciate it.
It's just as cool for us. So
yeah, honestly, we feel like big leaguers for 2 months of the year because we're
associated with them,
exactly.
with the Bulls and everything as well.
Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us on the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball report, and we'll talk to you when the season gets a little bit closer, and then we look forward to hearing you guys' golden tones over the airwaves on FloSports when the season gets going.
Right on. Thanks a lot, Brent.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys. Dave and Jay LaChance from Brown Social House here in Lethbridge. We'll be right back with a word from Kevin Kavami. Beautiful.
This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here. Or here. Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
Welcome back to the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. Sitting now with President and General Manager of the team, Mr. Kevin Kavami. Kevin, the 2025 season came to an end, and the 2026 planning comes to a head right off the bat.
Starts the next day.
And so to get at, you went up to an Edmonton Eskimos game, and you saw something, and your creative juices started flowing right off the bat, and you came back to me, I think, on the Monday or the Tuesday, and said you had an idea. Elaborate with everybody watching at home and listening what the idea and how it all comes about.
Well, you're right. Got to see the CFL game on Thanksgiving weekend up in Edmonton, and we saw a promotion at during the halftime show.
Yeah.
And decided that we're going to implement this at the Bulls baseball games as part of our pregame show, which is brand new for the 2026 season. We're going to do a half-hour pregame show with entertainment and music and fun and frivolity and all those kind of cool stuff.
Yeah.
And part of it is going to be our every game have some of the fans participating in Chase the Base.
Yeah, it sounded like when you first well, what made me laugh is because how Edmonton did it. They said they went to 4 different parts of the field, and you couldn't get like you couldn't wrap your head about 4 different places on the field, and then you caught yourself. Well, there's 3 bases in the home plate. You said to yourself, I didn't have to remind you, but I was like, okay, yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. We've got to reconfigure the field. So, so this chase the base idea, it's going to be pretty easy. What it is, and correct me if I'm wrong. What we're going to do is we're going to have 30 people come out on the field at 6:35, whatever the time might be. We'll still have a few months to figure out that stuff. But guys go to home plate. Fans do. We start the clock. They go to a base, and then if whatever base
we're
happens,
gonna have actually on the video board. There's going to be a scrolling number when they leave to go to the bases, and they all have to pick a base to go to, and they can pick any one they want, whatever their favorite is, or just don't pick the number that's going to appear on the video board.
Yeah, because once your number appears on the video board, if the number 2 comes up, and you're on second base, thanks, bye, see you. You're done for the night, and try again the next game.
And then to finish off the story, then everybody at the other 3 bases comes back to the middle again, and we repeat that till we're down to 1 person.
And hopefully the last 2 people don't end up at the same base over and over again.
Well, they can't go to the same base. So that's been the rules.
That wouldn't work very well. We'll have to get the details. So what the plan is then, Kevin, and this, I think it's a great idea that you had, is that we'll bring the 27 winners and maybe some others, but we'll have 30 people the very last game and maybe a draw or something for the last 3 people. So the 27 winners can't come to the last game on the 28th on the August the 5th, I think it is.
Fan appreciation
night. And a grand champion will be awarded, and come up with another great idea. Fresh off their World Series appearance, we're going to send 2 lucky fans to Toronto to watch the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox
play the Toronto Blue Jays.
It's going to be a fantastic. Though it was a great idea. It's a bucket list thing for fans to get excited about and get some people into the building early, enjoy something new and something different. That's kind of what we're hoping to do throughout the 2026 season.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have some other changes that we're going to be announcing throughout the spring here. So stay tuned to the Bullhorn, and we'll continue to update people on our plans and exciting. We're going to make the 2026 season one of the best ever, and we are forming a very competitive team on the field that's going to be fun to watch this year. And we're going to make the off-field experience fun and better as well. I think the stadium is getting a refresh. We are doing a couple of exciting events before the Bulls season. Actually, one of them right as the Bulls are starting the season, that are going to be exceptional events for baseball in Canada, with the College World Series back again for another year. And then we are in conjunction with Vauxhall Academy and Prairie Baseball Academy, the Bulls, obviously in our home, going to be hosting the regional qualifier for Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba for the Road Tokatokes National Championship that Baseball Canada announced earlier this fall. And that's going to be part of opening weekend in the Bulls, and we're going to have ticket packages available. We need the Lethbridge baseball faithful to show how much baseball means to this community and come to the stadium and be part of the excitement this coming summer, so that we can continue to bring these events and notoriety and a spotlight on the city of Lethbridge.
Yeah, it's really going to be a lot of fun, a lot of work on the back end, but it should be a lot of fun hosting those events. And then it's just back-to-back baseball. And for people who don't, and if you're not even the biggest baseball fan, coming to those events would be a lot of fun just to get out in the park and shake off those winter cobwebs a little bit. That May long weekend, you never know what could happen. Well, actually, we do know what can happen May long weekend, but
that's why we're avoiding it.
That's why we're avoiding it this year, having one a little bit earlier than usual. But that event, that national qualifier for the Road to Okotoks should be great baseball combined with the opening weekend with the Lethbridge Bulls and just the way it's all going to just blend together. And this chase the base ideas, people that I've talked to are really jumping on board across the city that I've talked to.
Well, you're going to have to get your tickets early if you book your special events at the stadium. I think that we could announce that now too. I think we're comfortable enough with the process that there's going to be a new experience at Spitz Stadium. The patios are being reconfigured, and there are going to be 9 outdoor patio suites. They're smaller in nature, more intimate, a little bit more private. There's going to be coverings on them. There's going to be televisions in them.
Yeah.
And seating for, anywhere from 12 to 16 people. So we're trying to reposition it to cater to the corporate clientele and actually give them that more, special experience at the ballpark that is custom to their team of staff or customers or whatever they'd like to bring in a more where we're not asking them to bring 40, 60, 80, 100 people out to the game at one time.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a much better experience on the patio this year. Can't wait to see people start booking it. And I'll give you the teaser on this one. The ones that book those are going to have a exclusive opportunity to be one of those 30 every game to be on the Chase the Base.
Yeah, it's a win-win opportunity for everybody, the corporate community and the private. It's just going to be a great experience in the patios, I think, for everybody. It's going to be a great 2026 season. Just talk with Josh earlier on. Also had the guys from Browns on earlier on, and they're excited to get back behind the mics in the broadcast booth with FloSports. So really looking forward to everything that's going to be happening at Spitz Stadium with Lethbridge Bulls. And any closing remarks, Kev?
No, thanks, Brent. And I hope to hop on each broadcast for a couple minutes at least and give you some new news and keep you informed of what's going on in the front office of the Lethbridge Bulls and connect with our community and connect with our fans.
What's new in 2026 with Kevin, the Chase the Base Grand Prize announcement, everything else got going on. You've been just watching the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report on Rogers TV and up on the Bulls YouTube channel.
This summer, there's only one place to be, and that's Spitz Stadium.
You can sit here. Or here. You can sit here. Or here. Or even here.
But not here. Get your tickets now at bullsbaseball.com and come experience Bulls baseball all summer long. It's going to be unbelievable.
That's it for the Bullhorn Lethbridge Bulls baseball report up on Rogers TV and the Bulls YouTube channel and wherever it is to get your podcast. Make sure you let people know about the Bullhorn so they can give it a listen for everything you need to know about Lethbridge Bulls baseball for the 2026 season. Friendly reminder that Flex Packs are on sale and season tickets are on sale at bullsbaseball.com as well. Group sales will go on sale January 5th-ish. Kind of deal. So for group tickets that Kevin talked about earlier on with the new patio suites, I'd like to thank Dave and Jay LaChance from Brown Socials for joining us today on the sponsorship corner, as well as assistant coach Josh Bergman and president and general manager Kevin Kabami for joining us on the Bullhorn, the Lethbridge Bulls baseball report. That's it for show number 1 of the 2026 season. It's going to be coming at you fast. Thank you very much for watching, and horns up to everybody, and thank you for watching. Have a pleasant good night.
For sponsorship opportunities with the Bulls, email partnerships@bullsbaseball.com. All Lethbridge Bulls home and away games can be seen live on Flow College. Are you a Bull-liever? Want to be part of the Bulls in 2026? We're now recruiting volunteers for media, game day ops, and more. Join the herd today.